Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a couple of things. First, I wanted to share a couple of new digital kits that is in my Etsy store, as well as a couple of new items that are in my Etsy store. So one of the new digital kits that is in my Etsy store is another one of the Matchbox Minis, but this one was at the request of my mother-in-law. She loves the little Scottish Terriers, and so this one is Scotties, and it's Christmas Scotties. Hopefully you can see that. And so I made sure I done, you know, the plaids there. I actually already have one put together. So as you can see, it's got the label there on the side, so when it's sitting on your desk, you can see it. The box here matches the little bow that is on the Scotty that's on the outside of the box. And then on the inside is where all of these go. And so it's just a bunch of little little cards with the Scotties. And so this is just absolutely adorable. So if you or someone in your life loves Scotties, this is the little kit to get. Super easy to put together, super fun to put together. I absolutely love doing these. These would make great little stocking stuffers, you know, to have several of those in a stocking. So make sure you run over there and grab your Scotty Matchbox Mini Kit. Okay, and so this should be uploaded into my Etsy by the time this video uploads. I don't even have a name for this collection yet. I have no idea what to call it. So I will just go through and show you what is in this kit. I love this kit. It's different than what my normal kits are. So it took me a little bit to make this one, but see, I've got like that winter deer. I've got like a watercolor Christmas tree or evergreen tree, some poinsettias there. And then this one here, it's kind of the green type images. This has got some sparkle in it. It makes it appear. You got your little cardinal, your Christmas cardinal, Christmas tree. A bunch of different, oh yeah, and this was the other thing. It's got the snow globe with the winter deer in it. And then we have some more of the deer. It's like a barn, and then we've got some more poinsettias and like the ferns. This is like some candy cane striping. There's that deer in that snow globe again, and I had to include that truck. I love that truck. So, and then the way that I've got this one done, it's like you can see the mountains in the background. It's like the house there in the middle of winter. It looks like the truck is on the way there. And then this one you can use as background paper or just use it as is, but it's like the candy cane stripes, but in different colors. And then we have like some gingerbread type stuff, some poinsettias, the holly, and just some different backgrounds there. And then on this, the next couple of pages, it's some of the same pages, but I've done it to where you can fold it over in your journal. So this is the one with the deer. This is the one with the green that I showed you. And then we have our candy cane colors, our gingerbread. We have our truck, our deer. And then we have some tags with those same images. I love the tags. I absolutely love the tags. I think they turned out so good. And then we have some, we have a bingo card here. We have like a vintage receipt. Here's a library card. These are some tabs that you can put on the edge of your pages. These are some tabs for it. I got a couple of tickets there. And then these are like some little window envelopes where you can cut this out and put something through. You can put some vellum or some acetate behind it and make it a window, or you can use that area to put something else down. But those are great little envelopes for your journals. And then this one here, this is a little pocket, and this card slides right down in it. So that truck will be kind of visible through that. So that is the kit that hopefully I will have it listed by the time this video goes up, and I will link that in the description box below. And so I have been, and remember, we're getting very close to the drawing, and I will be working on the journal here again shortly. But I wanted to, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this or if all of you are the same way, but every year at Christmas time, somehow I always end up with so much Christmas paper that it's insane. I don't know what I'm thinking when I get all of this Christmas paper. And so I end up with way too much. And so what I figured I would do today, I've got so much left over. I figured I might do a Masterboard, because that has been, surprisingly, that has been one of the most common requests that you guys have asked for, was a Masterboard. And so I'm just looking through here to see if there's like a neutral Christmas paper that I might can use. You know what, we might use this as our background, because I'm just trying to use up some of this paper, because we all know that I'm gonna buy more next year, even though I have, honestly, I think I have like 10 Christmas pads, but I don't know. We do it every year. I know I do. I'm just trying to see what would be good, because I really don't want to waste any regular paper, because I have all of this. I need to use it. But at the same time, I want it to be something that can be journaled on. Let's just go with this. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to turn it over on the back. And this is where I am going to kind of collage. Now I don't know if this is, I think that's just somehow, I don't know how that ended up in the middle of everything. So, and then these are like some stamps that I misprinted whenever I was getting that ready, and so I figured I'd use them. Right here I've got some larger items. Oh, let me show you real quickly the other thing that is in my Etsy store that I just put in there, and I only have a few of these. Excuse me. These are some little ticket packs, and they are yummy. So I think I only have like maybe 2 of each one. But look at those. How cute are those for your journals? And I will try to get some more of these. I know my main vendor, he messaged me the other day and said he was having some medical issues, and so he would not be open for a little while. And I like dealing with the vendor that I do, because normally I can place my order and I've got it within a week. So, but yeah, look at these. Aren't these just, I love these. So if you want anything like this, you better run over there and grab them now, because they are not going to last. These are really nice. These are like, these are bigger tickets here, and they're a good quality. They're not like cardstock, but they're not super thin either. So all of these look like the bottom comes off of these in this pack. So just want to show you the other two real quick, and then we'll get into our, and these, it looks like these are 4 per page. Oh, wow. Look at that. Ooh. Look at all of these, guys. Y'all better go get them before I decide I want to keep them all for myself. And this one, it's the bottom again. Look at that. Oh, these are like boarding passes. How fun is this? Okay. So, anyway, these are in my Etsy store right now. I don't know how long they will be there, or if they're even still there, but they are not much at all. I did not do much of a markup on them, so run grab them. Okay, so let's get our paper back out. And I think what we're going to do, since this is such a large area that we need to cover, let's go ahead and let's start with some bigger pieces first. And so this is out of my kit. I think it may be vintage Christmas patterns or something like that. Okay, I think I probably should get my tear ruler because y'all see how good I tear. I tear about as good as I cut. Alright, let's clean it up a little bit since I was so wonderful with my tearing there. And it doesn't have to be perfect or even or anything of the sort, but alright, so let's move this to the side. And, you know, normally I would keep these pieces, but I'm really needing to clean and get rid of stuff. So I'm going to close my eyes and put them in the little trash. Okay. And now I think I will ink this a little bit. So probably should get it the archival ink because I'm gonna put Collage Podge down on that. Hang on one second, guys. I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I'm gonna see if I have my archival ink available. You know what we can do? Let's just go with a brown, just simply for the fact that it is the archival and I don't have to worry about it going everywhere when I put the Collage Podge down. I think the red would look really cute, but it would wind up all over the place. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way where you guys can see. Alright, so do I want to go ahead? I think I'm going to actually even put it down with the Collage Podge. I think that might just make it easier. So let's just put a little bit of Collage Podge down. And let's just see what we can do. And whoever it was of you guys that asked me to do a Masterboard, y'all apparently have not seen me do Masterboard, because you would not have been asking me to do a Masterboard if you had seen how crazy I do. Because this is definitely not one of my strong points. Now, I do not mind doing collage like on the digital stuff. On Photoshop or anything like that, I can do that. It doesn't bother me because I have a back button and I feel like I have an out, I have an exit, and so I just feel better, which I don't know why I let this stress me like I do, because there's no right or wrong when you're doing this in junk journaling. It's just you do it and you enjoy doing it. So I don't know why I let it stress me out, but I always do. Y'all almost let me put that down without inking it, but I heard one of you yelling at me, so thank you, whoever it was that was screaming at me. And this was a piece that I don't know, I was trying to fold it to do something, and I couldn't get it right. So, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to highlight those folds because it gives this paper character. Alright, so now let's put it down. And now I have used Mod Podge in the past before. I do not like Mod Podge. You know, there's some of you out there that may love Mod Podge. I can tell you, I am not one of them. Number one, I cannot stand the smell of it. I don't know if any of you guys have an issue like with how it smells, but it gets to me. And then it seems to make my papers, I don't know, it's like they're always tacky or something. It's not like, I don't know. I'm just never comfortable using something after I've done Mod Podge with it or done Mod Podge on it. So I do love the Collage Podge though. I just remembered I have a bigger bottle that I bought a couple of days ago. And let's put some of this down. This is some coffee dyed paper that's all ratty looking. So let's put some of this down. And what I'm doing right now is I am using bigger images because I do have such of a large area that I need to cover. So I am going in with the big images, and then I'll come back at a later time and we'll put some smaller images in. Now I am going to go over here and put this down because I can already see that I'm trying to have a pattern, or I'm trying to be very uniform, and that is not the purpose of a Masterboard. And I think that's one reason why I have such a hard time doing a Masterboard, because I want to, my OCD wants to kick in, and I want everything to be perfect and in its place, and everything have a pattern. And that's not the way that my understanding is. That's not the purpose of a Masterboard. So I am trying to fight against it right now by putting this in different places. But I'm sure at some point my OCD is going to win. It's just one of them. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess you could say. Okay. So I'm just going in and putting it down with the Collage Podge, and I'll probably go back over at a later point and add some more Collage Podge on top. But for now, I'm happy with just a little bit on top, just to kind of hold everything in place. And this was a piece of paper that I coffee dyed with some lace stenciling on it. And it's got a more white background, but I think it'll look okay, and a lot of it'll probably end up getting covered up as we start adding other stuff onto our page. So I hope all of you guys are having a good week. I apologize that I have really been slacking on the videos, and I am very sorry about that. Just trying to get everything done. You know, my with my store and then my job. I've actually been teleworking the last couple of days. But between that and the new baby, and it's been pretty crazy. So thank you all so much for being so understanding. Y'all are just, I think I've said it on another video, you guys have blown me away with, you know, your generosity, your kindness, oh my God, y'all are so kind, and I can't hardly even keep up with the comments because y'all are always so nice. And I'm going to tell you, it may take me a while to respond, but I promise you that I read every single comment. And they just cheer me up so much. I mean, it just, I don't know. I'm one that I've never, I have a hard time accepting, what do you call it, accolades, you know, praise or whatever. I have a really hard time accepting them. I'm the one, I'd much rather give the praise to somebody than to accept it. And so, you know, I don't know, you guys have just blown me away. That's all I can say. And you definitely know how to brighten somebody's day. And so just thank you guys for being so amazing. And, you know, we have such a wonderful, wonderful little community, the craft community. You know, the world may be in a bad place at times, but, you know, we can always count on each other. And I have seen, you know, with myself, I've done it. I've seen so many other people do it. Helping others, helping other shop owners, helping other YouTubers, you know, to grow their channel, to grow their shop. And, you know, and that's how it should be. That is, in my opinion, everybody should be helping each other. And so, I know that a lot of you guys found me through Miss Edith with Scrapbooking with Me. And, I can never thank her enough for everything that she's done for me. You know, there's no way that I can ever thank her enough, because she unselfishly just, you know, showed my digitals and, you know, told people to come and visit my shop, visit my YouTube. And that unselfishness was just amazing, and truly helped me beyond belief. And so I have tried my hardest to pass it along, and, you know, because I am so eternally grateful for everything. And so I want to pass it along to others. I want to help others out. And, but yeah, it's just been crazy. I guess I've been thinking back and looking back on the year from, you know, here we are. We're almost at the end of 2021. And I'm like, oh my goodness, where on earth did it go? And I look back and, you know, to see where I was this time last year, or, oh my goodness, I can't even think about where I was this time 2 years ago. And to see where I'm at now, it's just like, wow. Absolutely wow. You know, it's, I think it was our November, the journal prompts that Melina done. And one of them was, what's on your bucket list? I can't say that I had anything on my bucket list, because I've, you know, I'm so blessed. And it was crazy that I'm sitting there like, what is on my bucket list? Well, not really much of anything. I've been blessed to do so much, and I don't know, have everything that I've ever needed. You know, I may not have everything I want, you know, but I sure have had everything that I've ever needed. And I can tell you stories of times where been in need and I didn't. This was before, you know, my current husband and I got married, and because he spoils me. Now I'm gonna be honest, that man spoils me. But I can remember there were times, you know, like when my girls were growing up especially, that we didn't have anything. My ex-husband and I owned a business, but we did not have control of the money, even though the business was supposedly, well, it was in our name and our credit was used, and you know, that's a story for a different day, different week, whatever. So I can remember times where we didn't have anything. And I mean, when I say we didn't have anything, I mean literally we didn't have anything. And my mom and dad helped out tremendously. And I don't know if you guys can remember, like in the 90s, where the phone companies were, you know, that was back when we all had house phones. But, you know, the phone companies were competing for your business. And they would send you checks to change over to their company. And I can remember there would be times that, you know, we wouldn't even have groceries. And I'd be like, Lord, I don't know what to do. You know, I felt bad having to, I didn't want to go ask my mom and dad because they already were paying so much and doing so much, you know, and I didn't know where it was going to come from. And I'd be like, Lord, I don't know what to do, but, you know, I'm in need. My babies are in need. I'd go out to the mailbox, and y'all know what? It was the funniest thing. There would be a $200 check from AT&T saying, hey, switch to us for your home phone. I cannot tell you how many times that happened. And it wasn't just that. It was just like simple little things like that where I didn't know where the next, you know, meal was going to come from pretty much. And it was always provided. It was always there. And now I do have to say, and, you know, and I know one reason why the Lord done that is because our church, we participated in what's called Second Harvest of the Big Bend. It's the food pantry here. It may, I think it may be called Second Harvest nationwide. I'm not sure. But it's where, you know, businesses donate the food, the leftover food, the USDA food, and that kind of stuff. And so our church participated in that. And there were many times that, because our church was a bunch of poor people, you know, we dealt with the people that nobody really wanted anything to do with because they were poor, they didn't have an education or what have you. And so we didn't have a lot of money even for our food program, but it was something that we all felt very strongly about. And I cannot tell you the times that myself and my children and my sister-in-law at the time, before she passed away, I can remember making peanut brittle. The one I can remember the most, I was 9 months pregnant with the youngest daughter. And so I had 4 other children, and they were all under the age of 7. And then I was 9 months pregnant, and I run a private school, a private Christian school. And so I would do the school during the day. As soon as school was over, I would help make peanut brittle, and then we would go and sell peanut brittle to raise money to buy food to give away to people, you know. And so I know that's why the Lord has always blessed me. Always. I have never Never been without. I mean, I've been what I call without, but I've never really been without. So, I don't know. Y'all, I went out through all of that just to say thank you guys for everything that you've done to help me, to help my little business, and thank you for helping the others that I have shown here on my channel, and the ones that Miss Edith has shown that you guys have helped out. And I thank you not just for helping me, but for helping them, and for helping them with their little business. And I'm appreciative for all of it, not just for my shop. So, you know, that's why I wanted to just say all of that. And wow, I've already been rambling for 30 minutes, guys. Really? Wow. Y'all know my videos aren't normally this long. Well, they're normally about 30 minutes. So I'm not even going to have time to decorate this on this video, but what we can do is I'll film for a little bit longer of getting this ready, and then tomorrow, and that'll be a good time because this will be dry. We can come back and finish the Masterboard up and maybe put some decorations on top of it and go from there. Because I didn't realize I had been yakking so long. I don't know, I just get to talking about how blessed I've been. And did y'all just see that? I just broke that. I don't even know my own strength. No, it's an old cheap dollar store one, but hey, it got me the job done for a while. I don't want to put it in there. I'll throw it in that box until we'll get another one. Yeah, I can talk all day long about how blessed I have been. And I will lose track of time, as y'all can obviously see. But I can tell you there were times, especially when my girls were growing up, that and it was funny because the school kids thought like I was some great super mom, because when we would have a field trip for the school, most of the kids would have sandwiches, you know, especially like Subway. Their moms and or dads would go by Subway on the way to school and pick them up a sub, and that's what they would take on the field trip with them. Well, my kids would have fried chicken fingers, macaroni and cheese, and peach cobbler, and then I would have some little glass bottles full of tea. And so these kids just thought, you know, my kids had the best, you know, like, oh my God, why do y'all get some? Well, what they didn't realize is I had got leg quarters on sale for 29 cents a pound. You know, macaroni and cheese was all of $1, not even. You know, peach cobbler, it was a can of peaches, a cup of flour, and a cup of sugar, and a cup of milk. You know, how much was it? So I might have had $5 in the entire, you know, lunch. Whereas just one of their sandwiches would be $5. But it was so funny because they just thought that my kids were just so... They thought, honestly, the funny thing is people would look at us and look at my children, and they thought we just had money hand over fist. And we didn't have anything. And when I say we didn't have anything, I'm not even joking. You know, we had nothing. But I just, you know, I'm not going to say I learned. It was, you know, the Lord helped me find ways and to take care of my kids. And you know, they everybody thought they had everything. And I'm serious. It would simply be nothing more than the fact that I could get that kind of food so much cheaper. And I was laughing with my current husband now because, you know, he's a chef. He's an executive chef. And now that man can make a dollar scream. He's very frugal and wise with his money. But I was telling him about, you know, some of the meals that I would cook for my girls because, and I'd say my girls because by the time my boys got here, my ex-husband and I had already kind of broke away to the point, we had broke away from the situation that we were in where the reason why we didn't have money. And so the boys never knew what it was like. But I was telling my ex-husband about some of the my husband about some of the meals that I would fix. And I said, yeah, I could go, you know, to the local grocery store and I could get leg quarters for, at that time, 29 cents a pound. Sometimes you could even get them for 19 cents a pound. And guys, this was not that long ago. And so I would get leg quarters and, you know, cut them up. And then what I would do is I would boil the leg quarters. So, because I wanted the broth from them. And so I would boil the leg quarters. And then when the leg quarters got done, I would take them out of the water. And then I would put rice in there because, hello, rice is cheap, or was cheap at that time. I don't think it's cheap anymore. And so then I would put rice in there and let that boil. So then we had chicken, and then we had rice, and then I would put the chicken in the oven with some barbecue sauce and bake it. And then I would open up a couple of cans of green beans. And so we would have barbecue chicken, rice, and green beans, and I could feed 7 of us for less than $5. And like I said, my kids, they never knew that. I don't know. I guess they did know that we were poor. Because they never would spend, whenever we did get to a point to where we had a little bit of money and I could send them in the store with my debit card. All 5 girls could go in the store with my debit card and come back out and be apologizing to me for spending $20 between the 5 of them. Now my boys, we're not even going to go there. My boys think money grows on trees. And I guess it's because they never had to be in the situation where they didn't have like that. They don't know what it's like. So I guess that's why they're like that. But I mean, even at that, they're still very frugal with their money to be teenagers and stuff. Like my oldest son, the one that him and his wife just had a baby, he's still a teenager. But he just got financing for a brand new house all by himself. He didn't need a signer. So, who would have thought I'm sorry guys for rambling so much. I did not mean to tell all of you guys that today. Wow. I guess y'all didn't realize y'all were going to get a life history lesson there. That's what happens when I start thinking about, you know, it's getting the year end and I'm thinking about all of that. And think about how each one of you have impacted my life and the change that you've made in my life. And, you know, I can't help it. And I know many of you have heard me say, you know, because I've had so many people tell me, I can't do that. I don't know how to craft. I'm not that. That's why I've said many times, and I'll say it many more times, if you knew my story and where I come from, and y'all ain't even start, there's parts of my story that I will never tell a soul, that I will take it to the grave with me. But that's why I say, if I can do it, trust me, anybody can do this. Because I promise you, I am not the crafty type person. I enjoy it, but just because I enjoy it don't mean I'm good at it. But all right, so I just need to do here and right here, and then we will call it a night. And then we'll give this an opportunity to dry. And then tomorrow we'll come back, and maybe I won't talk your ears off while we decorate this up. You know, maybe put a few things on it, maybe stamp it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a clue what I'm going to do. I didn't have a clue I was going to run my mouth as much as I did today either, so. All right, and so guys, make sure now that you go over and watch the video where I done the tutorial on how to do the vintage Christmas Matchbox Mini, because that is the video that I will be pulling the comments from for the giveaway. And there are instructions somewhere in that video telling you how to enter the drawing. And so just make sure that you find the instructions and follow the instructions and go from there. And the only other thing I will say is you want to enter the drawing. That's all I'm gonna say, is you really want to enter it. All right, guys, so I think that's pretty much it. There's a couple of little spots I see that I do want to put a little something over, but I may even just leave those because that might be, you know, we'll probably get those covered when we start putting some embellishments on this. But that'll give us some time to let this dry. So we will do that, and we will be back tomorrow, and we will work on making this into, I don't know, maybe some tags. Who knows? We'll do something with it, but we'll see how it looks tomorrow. So, all right, guys, make sure you come back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye.